On this video, we're going to be looking at our windscreen halo. I think too many people drive in a tunnel vision, like they're looking down a kitchen roll tube rather than thinking of all the things that are going on around them. So many accidents and near misses most probably could be avoided if people are looking at their windscreen halo. So what do I mean by a windscreen halo? We need to be looking above, left, below and right while we're driving along. Let's talk about the things that could happen above us. So the first thing about above is look for anything that is hanging low. So it could be trees, branches. I mean, there's been times when we've had very high winds and trees have started to angle across into the road. And obviously you've seen on the news places where trees actually come down and take out the top of a car. Remember, if you put something like a roof box on the top of a car, drive a van, this all affects the height of your vehicle. So if you were trying to go into something low like a car park entrance, that could affect you. Some of the entrances to car parks, etc., that have lower heights will have signs, usually before you go in, telling you the height. The last thing you want to do is go through and scrape the top of your car, or worse, get stuck. Lots of bridges and places like that will have the height restrictions to tell lorries. This next sign is telling you about low electric cables, so somewhere like a level crossing, and that's going to really apply for lorries. But always look for places where, like telegraph poles and things like that, might have cables that might have come down hanging low because they're damaged, or possibly maybe the wind has taken the telegraph pole over. The last thing we want to be doing is have our car hit that. So let's have a look at the left-hand side. We want to think about things that we might hit that could damage our car, and obviously to watch out what other vehicles or even pedestrians might be doing on the left-hand side that could cause an accident. The first thing I'm thinking about is watching out for hedges and bushes like this that could have sections that stick out a little bit further. Those sort of things could scrape the side of your car. I'm looking for signage like this where it's saying that the road's narrowing, because obviously that's going to affect me. You always want to be very wary where there's just hedges on the left-hand side and no pavements. Things could come out in between because you don't know if there are any footpaths there. And if you watch on this section here, have a look on the left-hand side where we've got all the hedge and then all of a sudden it disappears. Now have a look at that same section on a different day and look what is just after where the hedge disappears. Somebody waiting to cross. Now looking on the left-hand side and also the right for road signs is really important. Look at this one for pedestrians in the road. It's a warning sign telling you to look out for them. And if you look on this clip here, you might just be able to see the person walking in the road. Now, obviously we couldn't carry on through. You can see how we've held back, but you can see again with the hedges, it makes it hard to see. So you do need to make sure that you're having a good look out for them. Anywhere with narrow or no footpaths can be a problem. Always keep a lookout for dog walkers, because some of those extendable leads let the dogs come out a little bit too far. Nobody wants to hit a cute dog. Another thing to look out for is people stepping out in between vehicles, all the doors opening. Keep a safe distance away, and if you can't give as much room, travel slower so that you can avoid hitting anything or anybody. Look here where that car has the lights on. That's most probably a hint that they could move off. So keep an eye in case their car starts moving towards yours. So keep an eye on the pavements, but also keep an eye on driveways. Look where this car is trying to reverse off, and some people unfortunately reverse without looking. So keep a close eye on that. So I've got to show you this one. The guy on the left-hand side is going to try and join the road. You can just see him appearing there. He's doing all of his looking just in his right side mirror. And we're in his blind spot, so he won't see us. So I just pulled up just to let him know through the window that he could do with looking over his shoulder. So also watch out for people travelling in the lanes beside you. Although on this clip they're coming in from both sides drifting into the lane, it's the two on the left that I want to point out for. The blue car that was drifting and the white van that's just totally cutting up the lane. So keep an eye on them, because you might have to plan a little bit more for their poor driving. So look out for where the road closures are on the left-hand side, because again, the road starts to narrow in on the left, and if you're in the left-hand lane, you'll need to plan to get in the lane on your right. So now let's have a look at things that happen below us. Okay, so we've obviously got to be looking for road markings all the time if you want to make sure that you're in the correct lane. But let's look at things that could cause a problem. Potholes. Can't go anywhere without seeing one. Come through nice and carefully so they don't damage your tyres or your wheels. Look at the branch on the ground on the left-hand side. If that has sharp points, that could poke into your tyre. Look out for puddles. Obviously next to pedestrians, they're no good. We don't want to be spraying those. And also remember, a puddle could actually be a pothole full of water. Look for debris in the road. If you've got bricks or anything like that that's on the ground, that could damage your car. Look here where you've got the piece of wood in the road. If you've got a piece of wood that's maybe come off a work vehicle, it could have a nail in it. Again, that could give you a puncture. And on windy days, look out for plastic recycling, because things that are light can blow right out into the middle of the road. Also look on the ground for mud or wet leaves that could affect your grip with the road. So let's have a look on the right hand side. So obviously we've spoken about on the left, watching out for driveways, looking out for road signs, those sort of things you're going to do on the right hand side as well. But let's just give you a few more things to look out for. If you're travelling in car parks, keep an eye on the vehicles that might reverse out. Look at the blue and green van on the right that starts to reverse before they've even looked around the vehicle. Car parks can be dangerous places. People will just reverse or drive out without any looks whatsoever. Look out for reversing lights. Just that could give you a little heads up that somebody's about to come out towards your vehicle. I had to show you this clip again. Keep an eye on people travelling in a lane on your right. This vehicle struggled to stay in their lane, didn't even slightly drift into our lane, but totally came into it, and that could be the side of your car gone. Keep an eye on the right-hand lane if you're entering a roundabout from a filter lane where the cars from the right might drift into your lane too. And generally, when you're travelling lanes, keep a look on the left-hand lane and the right-hand lane for any large vehicles that may have to, out of no choice, take your lane. And they may do it carefully, well in front of you to give you the chance to hang back. But remember, if you're coming up a stretch and they are travelling in the lanes on your left and right, be ready for them to possibly move into your lanes, even without looking. I hope this video has helped you see all the sort of things that we're going to be looking for in that halo. And if you did find this video helpful, like and subscribe to see some more learner driver videos.